Chad runs all of Willie's social media.
Yes,
He
sir.
is here. And Willie is here with the Roll Tide Willie shirt on. Oh, my God.
All day long.
All day long, nothing but the time.
That's all,
All
he
right,
wears,
here,
man.
get the mic close to him.
Yeah. Come on
Why
in,
are
Randy.
you in Memphis? We were so excited when we saw on social media that you were going to be at the Grizzlies-Mavericks game tonight. How did this happen?
You want to tell them or you want me to tell them, Willie?
You tell them.
Well, Purdue used to whip up on Alabama a pretty good bit when Zach Edey was playing with Purdue.
Okay.
So long story short, they reached out to Zach Edey, and his every time Alabama gets beat in basketball or football or something like that, the school always says we don't give a piss about nothing but the Tide. They're making fun of me and Willie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it is what it is. And if you beat Alabama, you get the respect and you get the chance to do that. So we reached out to Zach and we told him that we were going to come up here for the Memphis and Mavs game. And long story short, here we are.
Wait. You reached out to Zach Edey?
Zach Edey,
Wait,
baby.
I'm so confused.
Yeah.
Is there a photo of you and Zach Edey together?
No, we have not met Zach Edey. We haven't.
How did you reach? You reached out to him on social media or something?
I throw it out there, man. I put it out there. I reach out to him, and
Had you ever had any contact with Zach Edey before?
nope,
Nope.
not
Never.
one drop.
Never.
But everybody in the college world knows Mr. Roll Tide Willie, and they know our saying.
Everybody knows you.
Right.
All right, so how did this all happen?
Okay, so me and Willie were pretty much basically been neighbors all of our life, been friends all of our life. My brother.
Where?
If I told you, we live 30 minutes below Montgomery in a small place called Highland Home, Alabama.
Highland Home.
Highland Home.
Okay. How far is that? How long did it take you to drive here?
5.5 hours.
Okay.
Population probably 600 people. Okay.
600?
Yeah.
We still live there. No
Yeah.
red lights. Got
No red light,
a couple of stop signs.
couple stop signs, that's it.
Nothing impressive except
when
for me
you
and
run
Willie.
off the paved road, you hit a dirt road.
That's it. Tell them, Willie.
That's it.
And
That's it.
Look, we live 30 minutes from Montgomery, and people in Montgomery, Alabama, have no idea where Highland Home is.
Yeah.
So that tells you how small it is.
Yeah, you gotta go 20, 25 miles to get to a grocery store.
That's right. So that's where we're from. So long story short, my brother, he wasn't going to come watch the Alabama and Miami Hurricanes game with me and Willie. And so I did a video. I had downloaded TikTok like a week before.
Yeah.
And I did a video, and I thought it was pretty funny. And I said, well, I'm going to post it on TikTok and just see what it does. I posted on TikTok. The next morning, I woke up, and my phone, it's just blowing up.
Yeah.
It's going crazy.
And what is the first video?
It's where Willie's on there, and I'm sitting here going, Willie, who we gonna play? And he's like, we got Miami Hurricane. And then he goes on there to tell him we're gonna beat the piss out of the Hurricanes. But the next morning, I hope I can say piss.
Yeah, you can say anything.
All right.
Say whatever.
You're good.
No,
So long story short, I wake up the next morning, and a guy hits me up, a friend of mine, and he says, have you looked at your video? I said, no, I ain't paying no attention. 1.7 million views overnight. So
Did you post it as Roll Tide Willie?
I posted under my name. I had no followers. Zero. I had
it's-
just downloaded.
People just found it. Probably.
It just
It
got, yeah.
blew up because
Yeah.
it was a Bama post.
Yep.
And it was the first game of the season, and you know how big Alabama football is.
Right.
Okay. So the next day, we watched Alabama beat Miami. We had no idea that the video was blowing up the whole time. We were beating Miami, or we would have kept doing it.
Yeah.
So I told
Time roll.
the Tide, tell them, Willie. Tide roll, baby. That's what they do. They had a little bump this year, but we're going to be all right.
We always gonna get beat because you cannot mess with the Tide.
Oh, let's go! I'm
Can't
feeling
mess with
it.
them, baby. Hey, that's the energy we bring to the Tide.
That's right.
That's the energy we bring Tide. You cannot mess with the Tide.
Wait, now, hold on now. Have you gotten reached out to by Alabama?
We love Alabama.
What?
They
No.
love
What
us.
do they say about it?
They love us.
They love it.
They love
They
us.
love
All the basketball players, all the football players, all the coaches, they reach out to us. When are y'all coming to the game, man? We got to have y'all up here. And we actually told them, see, we played Oklahoma not last night, night before. They were wanting us to come to that game. I said, we're going to the Grizzlies game, man. We'll be there when we get back.
Yeah.
So this was a planned trip.
Because we fooling for Memphis tonight.
That's it.
Real Memphis.
Hell that, they gonna go out there and do what they got to do.
That's it.
So
Go whoop them boys like they ain't never been whipped.
Let's go.
Now you know. Now you know.
let's go.
That's
So
what-
wait, how you have known Willie your whole life?
Him and my daddy grew up together. Willie's lived right down the road from me. Knew him my whole life. I put it to you this way, and not going to call any names, but when I was on the school bus, I was next to the last drop-off, and the dude that
And
used
then when he messed up, he had to ride the
I had to
whole
ride the
ride.
whole route, which the school bus driver lived like a mile away from me, okay?
Oh.
So the punishment was, and like I said, there's not a lot of people, so Willie lives, I say he's my neighbor, but he's like 4 miles down the road, which is not that far where we live. You know what I mean? It's not like
Yep.
going 4 miles here. It's not
Yes.
15 minutes, it's 4 minutes. So long story short, I'd ride on there just so I could get to ride with Willie back to the store. Because Willie would jump on a public school bus with us with a beer in one hand, a cigarette in the other hand, and we'd take him back to the store. Am I lying, Willie?
No, yeah.
He's
Wait,
like-
what? You were getting on a school bus with a beer and a cigarette?
Yeah. And
Hands
throwing
down.
the cigarettes
Out the window. I'm back there catching ashes. Willie's riding with me. I'm catching
Just
ashes.
whipping the school bus.
Yeah, whipping the school bus, man. And like I said, we live in the country. We live
I
in the
know.
sticks. Okay, so
What were you doing before this was going on? Like, what was a day-to-day life for Roll Tide Willie before this video fame began?
tell them what you did.
Worked in chicken house.
Chicken house,
All the hay and all that.
hauling hay, and I drove a log skidder.
So y'all are real small town.
Wait.
Yeah.
You worked in chicken houses?
Yeah.
So every day you would wake up and that's what you would do?
Yeah, help
Them
people. Just
things.
whatever.
Whatever. Shoot, cut firewood, haul hay,
We did manual
mechanic
labor.
work, whatever.
Mechanic work, anything.
Some of everything.
If you've never been on a skidder, any kind of log equipment, you know, the tires are pretty much big as this room right here. That's what I did. I would go out there from daylight to dark, go do that, and whenever I got done, I'd go pick Willie up, and we'd sit there and drink and chill out and do whatever we did and take him back home, and that's how we roll, man. And
So
that's-
at what point did you realize, like, hey, if we keep making these videos, people are going to keep watching? Because did you think, hey, this is a one-hit thing,
Well-
right? The first one gets 1.7 million,
the very next day, me and Willie, we're sitting over there, and I'm going, man, we did 1.7 million views, dude. I mean, this ain't normal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This ain't something that's supposed to happen. So the next day, we go over here, and we're sitting there at these chicken houses, hanging out. You know, he's just getting off work, doing stuff that we ain't supposed to be doing. And I look over there at Willie, and my brother, he's out there doing something. I said, man, this dude, I picked my phone back up. I said, look at this man. I said, he don't give a piss. And I shined it over to Willie, and Willie said, I don't give a piss about nothing but the Tide.
And
that was
that-
the second video.
And that's the one that.
Oh, boy.
It doubled the 1.7 million.
Yeah, because I like got a hold of it, and I was like, what is this? And then
So-
I'm a fan of Drewski, and I saw the Drewski video, and I
Right.
was like, he must be in
Groups that love us.
So, hey,
yeah.
I started pulling up from deep, started shooting from deep, just like with Zach Eady. You know what I mean? I started hitting Drewski up. The first one was Dave Portnoy.
Yeah.
And the beauty of it all is I know all these people. Willie, it's another day in the park for him. You know, he doesn't know. He's like, we got to go see who?
You don't know. You don't know who.
And
I don't know.
he does.
You
now.
don't care.
He did.
Who would you be excited to meet?
He's
Bear
already met
Bryant.
him.
Done met him, the greatest coach of all time.
Who is that?
Nick Saban.
Oh, okay.
Do I have to ask anything else?
Wait, what did
That's
you
his
do
man.
when you met Saban?
First time I ever seen him. First time I ever seen him
Without-
nervous.
Without words to say.
Yeah, he didn't know what to say.
Didn't know what to say.
And Saban knew who you were.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he knew who I was.
That's
He-
amazing.
Saban come on, man. He said, I'm proud of what y'all doing.
Yeah.
That's dope.
And that meant
That's
the world
dope.
to me and Willie. But look, I'm gonna tell you,
That
like,
meant the world to me.
I bet.
we,
Coming from the greatest coach of all time. To go.
we walked in with Theo Vaughn, we walked in with Dave Portnoy, we walked in with just Drewski. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I'm a little nervous. Willie's not nervous. I said, Willie, man, today's the day, dude. We get to meet Nick Saban. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? This is the day you've been waiting
Where
on,
is this
man.
at?
This is in Atlanta.
Atlanta, Georgia.
We got a friend over there, Eddie Perez. He got us over there, hooked us up.
Wait, the former Brave?
No.
Oh, I was like, you gotta be kidding
Good
me.
friend of ours, just like right
Okay.
here. Jack Sherman, he's the one that got us the tickets to the game. Our attorney here in Memphis. Okay, so he hooked us up over here. So, and just like Mr. Eddie hooked us up.
Now you
over
met
there.
him through the videos?
Mr. Jack, we met him in New Orleans. We didn't have a clue where he was
meet
from.
people
He's
everywhere.
a big-time Alabama fan. He's Young Dolph and all those big lawyer here. He's the whole crew. Jack Sherman. I'm telling you, look him up.
See, we met them in New Orleans. They gave us tickets and all up there to go to the Sugar Bowl.
Yeah, Mr. Jack, he hooked us up. I've learned on the social media, never be scared to reach out to anybody and don't be scared to answer everybody. Because the simple fact is a man with 100 followers, he's the CEO somewhere. Okay? He just don't have social media. You know what I mean?
So what happened in terms of when it starts to take off? I'm sure you're getting reached out to by all kinds of companies and
Everybody.
agents and everybody else saying like, hey, we can make this blow up. We can, they're telling you, like, you don't know how to do this. I know how to do this.
They paint a picture that, you know, I'm sitting here looking.
It's almost like signing a record deal, right?
Yeah, and I'm sitting here going, show me the money, and we'll show you what we can do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
they don't want to do it.
but they're a lot of talk, ain't they? With it? A lot of people's a lot of talk.
So
All talk, but no action.
right.
That's right.
So what kind of deals like come to you guys, and have brands come to you guys?
We have brands that come to us. We do stuff like A Game, just for instance. It's a brand new sports drink that's coming up.
Yep.
But it's with Johnny Damon and Bo Jackson. And Bo Jackson reached out to us. He had a guy that reached out to us or whatever. And I'm sitting here going, it's kind of crazy that the biggest Auburn man is reaching out to one of the biggest Alabama men about collabing and we're like, hey, you know, you pay the money, whatever, we'll do whatever, you know.
Right.
As long as it's in the rules, we'll do it. You know, as long as we want to sell our soul to the devil, we're in.
Yeah.
And we love Bo anyway. I mean, you know, it's one of those
Yeah, we love Bo. Bo Jackson was a good player.
Yeah, and Johnny Damon, you know,
Yeah,
they're
was
together.
great.
You know.
So now are you just all in on basketball once football ends?
Oh yeah.
Bama basketball or just all basketball?
No, Bama.
Just Bama basketball.
Bama, man.
Bama.
Now me.
Volleyball, soccer,
Gymnastics.
whatever you
All you care about.
Whatever they do, we in for the
It's the
time.
Tide.
The Tide.
It's the Tide.
That's it.
It's hands down.
Nothing but the time.
That's
All
right.
right, Willie, it's unbelievable that you have had this level of success too, given what happened with this Alabama football season.
It was bad.
It was bad, boy. Did that hurt me?
But then
Sometimes they show up, and sometimes they don't. Like in the bowl game, the defense played lights out. The offense didn't show up.
But it is what it is.
But it is what it is. But do I still love them? Yes, I do.
Do you love Kalen DeBoer?
Yeah, I think a lot of Caleb DeBoer. I think he's a good coach.
You do?
Yeah, I just gotta give the man time and let him give
How
him
much?
chance.
How much time? Because
About another year or two. Yeah.
Alabama fans are not the most patient.
Right. We ain't patient. You can't get it done in 2 or 3 years. You got to go.
We've been spoiled for so long.
I know.
You know what I mean?
Nick Saban spoiled us. He ruined us.
He ruined you.
But with that being said, we did go through the bad times with Mike Price and Mike Shula. And
Yeah.
Mike Shula's the sorest coach I ever was.
But with that being said,
You think he was the worst?
The worst coach it was. And,
in your time, Willie?
In my time, and that
What about
Dubose.
Who?
Mike Dubose.
Mike
Mike
Dubose.
We had a
Dubose was a good coach,
Oh, yeah,
but
the mics, the mics are the
Mike
ones.
DeBose.
man.
Mike
Mike Price,
Dubose was a
Mike
good
Shula.
coach,
Yeah.
but he couldn't leave his secretary alone. Wouldn't take care of the football team. That's the name of the game.
You got to stay away from the secretaries.
Stay away
Right.
from the secretary.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got.
Everybody knows that.
Everybody knows.
What's the given?
Hey, what's the first thing come? You die. That team comes first.
The team.
Not the
The
secretary.
secretary comes
Not
second.
the secretary comes last.
Yeah.
What about Mike Price? Didn't he also
Right,
have a little-
Price.
that was
Oh
the
man,
first
no,
fight.
he never even play. He never even hit the brackets field.
No.
He got fired right off 21.
Bama fans also don't like Bill Curry, right?
Bill, he was a little bit before my time.
Yeah.
But Bill Curry, I'm gonna tell you now, he did win 10, 11 games for us every time he was there. But the only reason he got rid of him, he could not beat Auburn.
Yep.
Yep.
And if you can't beat Auburn, you out of here.
Now, as much as you love Alabama, Is that how much you hate Auburn? Or do you think you hate Auburn more than you love Alabama?
It's only two teams I pull for: Alabama and whoever the hell's playing Auburn.
Would you rather see Alabama win or Auburn lose?
That's a tough
I love to see Alabama win and Auburn get the snot beat out of it.
And look, it's been that way ever since I've known him. Before we started doing this, before we started blowing, doing
But
social
now
media.
you got a lot of Auburn fans.
Yeah.
You do.
We do.
Yeah. What happens when they come up to you?
Have you gotten a little soft because of that?
Nope.
Like where it's like, hey, all these Auburn fans are so sweet, so nice.
Nope,
Bo
nope,
Jackson's doing this stuff with me. It's like, you know what? These
don't-
Auburn fans aren't so bad. I kind of like them.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, we went to the game, the Alabama and Auburn game, when we beat them 4th and 31, and Milrow threw the touchdown.
Yep.
Yeah.
We sat with Auburn fans,
Yeah.
and they were just as nice as they could be.
We showed up at that game. It was in Auburn,
Yeah.
and they don't roll out the red carpet like Alabama does, but obviously. But we were at the game, and Willie had to go use the restroom, and he went over there to the porta potties or whatever, and this people, Auburn fans, all of them, hey, y'all come watch. Are y'all going in? And we were like, no, we're not going in. A buddy of ours, we had a tailgate going to. He had an emergency come up, so he had to shut the whole tailgate down. So we're standing outside like we don't have anywhere to go. We go to a bar. I know it's going
And
to happen.
they invited me, said y'all can come right over
Nicest
here.
people you'll ever meet in your
Nice
life.
people. And we done a video,
And
thanked the Auburn University
we
and
did,
everything.
but
Wow.
the thing about it is we did great. They were all up happy. We're fixing to beat Alabama. We're doing this. We're doing great. 4th and 31 come out. As soon as we hit that pass, I stood up and said, "Hey, y'all, it's nice meeting everybody.
Nice
I
meeting
think we're gonna head out." I said, I think we're gonna head out.
But they run off. They left us under their tent. They left.
Yeah, we're still high-fiving, and they're pissed.
They gone.
I bet.
Yeah. Hey, free
I'd be
alcohol for
pissed
y'all.
too.
Free beer for y'all, bro.
Yeah.
Free
Yeah.
beer for y'all.
But
Yeah.
then they hit us back up. They apologized. They said
What?
y'all was the nicest Bama
It's
man.
it's one of those type deals that we know what we're getting into in Tuscaloosa, and we know what we're getting into in Auburn, and we've never been to Auburn where they've had any kind of trouble.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And they got a lot of respect for us, and we got a lot of respect for them. But it's
I
one of
see
those
it.
type deals that like he said, every Alabama fan is pulling for Alabama and whoever plays Auburn, and every Auburn fan is
Pulling for
whoever's
Auburn.
playing Alabama.
That's the way it is.
And here lately, Auburn has been a lot of people's fans. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
Anybody that can beat Alabama, Tennessee, they beat us this year, and Vanderbilt, the whole state of Tennessee beat us this year.
Yeah.
Right.
And they just drug us through the dirt. You know what I mean? And we didn't
Right,
appreciate that,
right.
but that's what happened.
That's just what happened then. Let a little team like Oklahoma beat us. We should have blown them out.
Yep. But we got them back in basketball the other night.
I want to know how y'all ended up. I saw you on the Castanet stream.
Yeah.
How did that happen? And cause
that was
whole
a
situation. Because I was like,
big,
yo, there's
big
a lot
shout
of.
out to Drewski.
Okay.
Drewski's been great to us. He's done everything. He's helped us out a
Yeah,
lot. And Kai.
Ty and
Kai's great. I mean, they always welcome us with open arms, and Drewski kind of got us in the door with them. And
What's his place
Kevin
like?
Hart,
His
Yeah,
play-
how was the Kevin Hart thing?
Yeah, he's good.
Is his
too.
place just unbelievable?
Oh man, it's
Oh,
basically
man,
that
it's
hotel
unbelievable.
over there.
It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah,
I
and
mean, all them good folks, you can't beat them.
we went to his place in Atlanta, and then we went to
we
his
love
place
him
in
to
Los
death.
Angeles.
Yeah.
So we've been to both of them.
Yeah.
So it's one
Have
of
you
those types of-
considered moving?
If I move to Bryant Denny Stadium.
Yeah. When Willie always made me promise you that if he passes away before I do,
But wait.
we put him in ashes, and I have to get up on top of the stadium and sprinkle him across the field.
Wait, I'm being serious about this because you guys are doing a bunch of traveling and stuff.
Oh, all the time.
And it's not easy to travel from where you live.
not.
So
No,
have you
it
thought like, hey, I don't know if this small town, if we've outgrown this.
Well, the
Because y'all
thing
probably
of-
so like big, like the presidents of the town.
the beauty of the small town is when we get back, we get to relax.
Right.
And there's no videos.
Nobody's
There's no-
bothering you.
Nobody's bothering us.
Wow.
And we're around friends and family and stuff like that, and everybody, they don't look at us like most people do, or look at Willie. It's really
Right.
not me. I'm the voice in the background, and people they don't know me until I open my mouth.
Right.
You know.
See, like they asked me, where you going? Well, I'm going to take about 5 steps down this paved road, and I'm finna hit that dirt road.
That's right.
And then I'm going to be at home.
That's right. And
You don't want to move.
No.
No.
But if he did, it'd be Tuscaloosa.
But if I move, it'll be in Tuscaloosa.
Yep, that's the only place he likes to go. And look,
So how far is the closest airport?
Well, Montgomery, 30, 45 minutes.
not- that's
But
not
it's
that bad.
it's a small airport. You
Right.
Basically, you go to Montgomery to either go to
Atlanta.
Yeah. Or either Dallas, somewhere like that. You got little small flights, but they're not taking you nowhere long. I wouldn't ride in one of those planes.
I'm gonna tell you now, when
when
we went out there to California and got up with Drusky and them the first time, when we hit that ground in Montgomery, Alabama, I got out of that plane and kissed the ground.
he was back in.
Oh, you didn't like
You didn't like the West Coast, Willie?
you didn't like California?
He didn't like it.
Don't like
and I
California.
told Willie, and I'm gonna tell you why. And this might be crazy to y'all, but where we're from, we're used to. It's kind of like being out in the
No, when
Tennessee.
you speak, people supposed to speak back.
People Willie kept speaking to people.
Oh,
And they wouldn't speak back?
And I was like,
Yeah.
Willie, just listen to me, man. Just trust me on this. I promise to you. You don't have to just, if they speak to you,
Yeah.
because some people recognize Willie.
Yeah.
When we first went out there, a lot of people did. They recognized Willie. But Willie was walking down the road, and I'm like, there's 2,000 people walking, and he's speaking to every one of them.
Yeah.
And I was like, Willie, he said, hey, when he speak, I said, don't pay any, just quit speaking to them. I said, they're not used to that. And he's trying to be nice, and I'm going, look, that is very nice of you to do that, but they're not used to people speaking to them out here.
Yeah.
I said, they're just trying, they got a path they're going to, they got a daily routine they're going to, and that's what's on their mind, and they're not interested in trying to have a conversation.
Yeah.
And, because I've been out there several times. My brother used to live out there. My brother, he coached with the 76ers, the Rockets. He's got a thing out now. It's called the True Rep app. It goes on the Apple Watch. It's
Wow.
blowing up. You have to check it out.
That's awesome.
It's for basketball. He's a basketball guru, man. He was on the Shark Tank. He was with all kind of people. But long story short, he coached out at Bakersfield Jam out in California.
Yeah, shout out to
Okay,
them.
so I used to go out there with him all the time when I was growing up, so I kind of knew what it was like. But Willie, that was his first time really going anywhere.
And you're not a California guy.
No.
No.
He likes Atlanta. He likes Memphis.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like Memphis.
And we've been through Memphis 3 times
and
in the
I
last.
like Arkansas.
Yeah.
You like the South. You like the South.
No southern hospitality in
Hey,
LA Roll Tide
Willie, so with all of this fame that you've gotten, right? How are you dealing with the girls?
Yeah, I know they slide in the DM, Willie.
Yeah.
They in the DM, Willie.
It's kind of tough, right? Like and now all of a sudden it's like, hey, I was just Willie living in my little town in Alabama, and now all these girls are all about Roll Tide Willie.
Yeah, they all about that.
How are you dealing with it?
Hey, I just do what I do. They love me, and
You love 'em back,
Tulsa. I love them back. I love them to death. But hey, they too young and can't mess with them.
What's too young?
Anything under 18,
Yeah, anything
Look,
on 20.
Do they come coming strong at you, Willie? Though they coming strong.
You ought to be up there.
You ought to be up
You
there.
ought to
They
be up there.
coming. They come. I have one kiss me here, one here, and they turn around, won't take a picture. I said, oh Lord.
They got to stand back, don't they? Hey,
Stand
show
back.
I mean, Chad, you're witnessing all this. Like when he
Yeah,
goes out,
yeah.
like when he goes to these SEC games and
unbelievable.
stuff,
It's
And
unbelievable.
I can only imagine.
it's like a rock star.
It's unbelievable. And tell them how I tell you to take the pictures, Willie, with them women.
Chad said,
I told him just
don't,
like Eminem.
Eminem, don't keep your hands up.
I said, act like the police have got a gun on you, Willie. That's it, just put your hands up like the police is on you, man. I said, put your hands up.
Put your hands up. Do not touch it.
Don't touch them.
Because
But sometimes,
but that's got to be the crazy thing,
Auburn.
because you would think it's a guy thing,
Yeah.
but that college football is now so widespread that you go somewhere like that, and it's like now all these girls know who you
We
are,
take
and it's like you're a
pictures.
star.
I mean, I'll take pictures with them and do all that, but as far as I keep my hands to myself.
Do what you gotta do, Willie.
That's smart, Willie.
That's smart.
He's got a good man in his ear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where it
What do you
comes
got
in.
security? Cause like it's just y'all two, right?
We when we go out to Tuscaloosa, man, we don't really have any security or whatever, but the security's basically the police, they stay with us.
Okay,
They stay
okay.
close enough to
Okay.
where
Right,
because
they'll
we like
say, "Hey, I'll
interacting
get
with
you out of
everybody
here."
and stuff like that, and we always like in Tuscaloosa we always set up a booth And we sell merchandise. I got people selling merchandise, and then they come up and take pictures with Willie. And then if we're playing somebody, we go into the game, and then sometimes we sit outside and we kind of give people the tailgating experience too.
Yeah.
We're all about the people.
Oh, this is the people, man. That's love,
Yeah.
We're
bro.
all about the people,
That's
man.
love.
And like I always tell Willie, I told Willie before we started doing this, look, nobody knew who either one of us were before we started doing it,
Right.
and we're not gonna let it go to our head.
And I ain't gonna let it go to head.
And-
All I got to say is, it's only one university I love. That's the University of Alabama, the greatest university here. And I love that university, and I love all the fans, all the players, everything they do up there. I love that university.
What's been the most successful video?
Well, we got one right now that's still going on. It's on, just for instance, like on Instagram, I think it's at 10.8 million, and it was Willie stoking the fire with his bare feet. I don't know if y'all seen that. You know,
Hold on.
Willie goes. He's got the
Willie,
toughest feet
hold on.
known to man.
Willie.
Hold on.
Yeah, I'll stick it in the fire in a heartbeat.
And look, we have fire pokers, you know. And I always tell him, I'm like, look, I'll go over here and get the fire poker and I'll stick it in there. I got it pinned. If you go on Instagram,
Yeah.
Why are
Roll
you
Tide
doing
Willie.
that, Willie?
Just because he's cold and he just sticks his foot in there, and I know he's fixing to do it because he'll say, Chad, bring me another log. And when he says, bring me another log, I know for a fact what's fixing to happen. So I get my phone out, I throw the log on the fire, and he just goes over here to these logs, and they got flames coming off of them like 2 feet, and he's over here rolling them with his feet.
Are you not terrified of burning
Look
your
at this.
foot?
Look
No,
at this.
no,
Look
look
at
right
this.
here. Look,
Why are you doing that,
Why?
Willie?
he's been barefooted all of his life.
With a beer too.
So
Oh,
is he
the beer.
numb to it?
And my kids.
Oh, wait,
and my
so
kids
you have
and
no
my-
feeling in your feet?
No.
None.
None.
You can literally stick your foot in that fire and not.
Yeah.
It doesn't hurt.
Look, there's another one on there.
See, I'm picking them hot coals off of there.
People are gonna try that
Please
too.
don't.
And like,
Please
I know.
don't try it.
Do not try this at home, Bob. This is not.
You've
we're
been
not-
barefoot
Yeah. all
that
the-
many times that it.
Yeah.
If it wasn't people send Willie, they'll hit me up all the time. And that's what I was telling everybody outside. They're like, hey man, if y'all come over here, we'll hook Willie up with some stuff. And I'm like, we're gonna give Willie some shoes. They're looking at me.
Don't need no shoes.
They're looking at me like, dude, you
I don't need no shoes.
hey,
Hey, I go barefooted all the time. I'm born barefooted. I'm
mean-
gonna die barefooted.
look, and the bad thing about it is they're looking at me like, dude, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. Get him some shoes. And I'm like, man, this dude's got more shoes than I got.
Yeah, but you don't want to wear
You
shoes,
don't
really?
wear shoes.
You don't
I
want to
don't
wear them.
wear shoes.
Look.
The only reason I got them on now because we up here.
That's right. But the thing about it is, and this is in the ice. This is in the summer. We can
Snow, whatever.
we can
You
go,
don't care.
We go somewhere. We go fishing. We go somewhere. Like I tell Willie, I'm like, hey man, we going over here. The first time Willie helped me out. We were cutting grass. I used to work, and then when I got off work, just make extra money, I'd cut grass. Well, we were cutting in a cemetery, and it done grew up on one side, and they were like, hey, you need to come out here and. Well, I go pick Willie up to help me, and he's barefooted, and I'm like, Willie, you might want to put some boots on, man. This stuff right here's got some briars. I mean, these things got needles like this. Willie comes outside, I ain't worried about that, and he takes a push lawnmower, and I'm thinking it's going to take us like 5 hours to clean this spot up,
Yeah.
'cause it's like a half an acre. He brings a push lawnmower, got to be the toughest lawnmower known to man. I wish I knew the name of it and try to get endorsements off of it or whatever. But long story short, Willie takes this lawnmower and runs through these briars barefooted. I'm over here with a jacket on. I got gloves. I got tape
cut
around my
bushes,
arm.
that
I'm
big
bleeding to
around.
death. I'm bleeding everywhere.
And he doesn't care.
He's stepping on these briars, and I'm telling you, them things it's what we call virgin briars. They ain't never met nobody. These things are going, they are huge. And Willie's walking through there, man, like it ain't nothing, like it's another day, like he's on the beach. And I'm looking over there going, Willie, let me see and he ain't got
That's
no problem,
outrageous.
Nothing.
Willie.
He's got the toughest
So
feet.
have you guys?
Tell them what I found around that tree.
He found a grave around the tree. It had been grew up for so long, they'd forgot about it, and he found a grave. He was cutting with a lawnmower, and I heard something go, ta-ta-ta-ta. I said, ho, let's look and see what that is. Let's do a little.
It was a body?
No, it was just an old cemetery.
Old cemetery with a headstone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He found it with a lawnmower.
Have you guys both quit working?
I actually got fired.
That's tough.
Because we were going places. I mean, I didn't know how
Well,
big this was going to
The
be.
man fired Chad, called Chad with,
'Cause of the videos?
Well, not because of the
we
videos.
You
because
were gone too
I were
often.
having to leave, and the job that I was doing, it needed somebody else to you know, it needed 2 people. You had to be there.
Yeah.
You know, if you wanted to take off, you had to be like a month in advance. Hey, man, I need to be off. And I was sitting
This
here
blew
going,
up too fast.
Yeah, because and I'm sitting here going, okay, all right, Drewski's calling. Do I go to work on Monday and do this job I hate, or do I go over here and hang out with Drewski and Nicole? I mean, that's simple math. That's simple math. I'm calling Willie up, you know, hey, dude, I'm not coming. You know, if you're looking for me.
What about you? Are you still chicken cooping?
No.
No chance.
He hated it.
No chance.
He hated it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Roll Tide Willie, like, when you wake up in the morning, what's the first thing you do?
First thing I do,
Yeah, what's the first thing you do?
I get up. And first thing I do
Tell
is
the
drink
truth.
coffee.
All right, one cup.
Drink 1 cup of coffee, then
He drinks a beer. This is
Beer
a,
time.
This is a. I want y'all.
Wait, you drink a beer as soon as you get up?
He gets up.
Bud Light?
no,
Natural
I
Light, Michelob. But listen to me. This is a true story. We went to the University of Alabama practice facility.
Yeah.
Okay. The team's going out onto the thing, and everybody watches Willie's videos. You know what I mean? And I'm sitting here with Willie, and I'm like, they have to take these hydration tests. You know what I mean? Before they go out there, and we're up there early in the morning, and everybody's looking at.
several beers.
Yeah, and we're looking, and Willie's sitting there, and the whole team's watching Willie like this right here. They're going, "There's no way he's going to pass this hydration test." You know, that was part of the. We were all going to laugh. You know, Willie beat everybody on the team. He was more hydrated.
The most hydrated! They gave me B!
He was the most hydrated man in the stadium. And I'm talking about these guys have been training. They're in there with, you know, they've been drinking whatever they have. They got, you know, meal plans.
And
all
he's
that.
the most hydrated.
Willie's eating peanuts and has a Miller Lite or whatever, and he's over here downing them. And they go in there and say, Willie, try one of these. You know, let's do one of these hydration tests. I'm sitting here going, this thing's not even going to pick him up.
What's the most you've seen him take down?
Most
Oh
beers.
Lord! Alabama got beat by Tennessee 2 years ago, and
Yeah.
then this year we beat them last year. The year before that, a lot.
What's that, 20?
Oh man, no, more than that.
25?
I would probably be willing to say about 50.
Yeah,
Yeah.
about 50.
You
About
think you
50.
drink 50 beers?
And with some Tito's and with some
Yeah, and all that good stuff.
and look and this is and look, people hit me all the time.
Not 50.
50 is crazy.
I put every dollar I got.
50?
50?
Yeah, hey.
Was he still walking?
Oh yeah, he's good to go. Look,
Good to go.
Willie, on game days, the motto of Willie is you can't stay drunk all day if you don't start in the morning. So you have to start first thing in the morning. Is that right?
But that's
right.
tough if it's a night game, right?
Well, it is, but for me, you know what I mean?
For me!
For you,
I
not
don't-
for Willie.
Listen, I'm not drinking at daylight.
Because you've got to be the responsible one.
Hey,
Somebody's
right,
got to
right,
take these
Chad
videos.
do not drink when we up at the game.
When we go places, I'm
Chad
handshaking.
don't never drink.
Yes.
See what I'm saying?
You're the responsible.
But
I let Willie do his thing.
He'll
Willie's-
let me drink my beer.
Yep. I let Willie do his thing, man. Everybody knows what time it is. And look, y'all don't know what kind of backlash I get.
Yeah.
Okay, Willie's 62. I'm 39. I'll be 40 in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay, and they hit me up, man. Y'all be ashamed of yourself for letting Willie drink beer. And I'm like, he was drinking beer before I was born.
This is facts.
You know, so.
Oh, so they're saying that
Yeah,
you
that
should,
I'm
you
forcing him
should,
to-
yeah,
and
you're a
I'm
bad
sitting here-
influence.
and Willie, how
You're-
many times-
You guys are making money off of this,
and
and
how many
he's.
times do I tell you, hey, need to slack up on the beer drinking?
Well, let me tell you.
And he's
when
gonna
I was a baby, my mama went to give me a bottle, and I said, throw that bottle away and give me a good cold beer.
When I was a baby.
So
Yeah.
you blame his mama.
You think you
then.
were nursed on beer?
And look,
Yeah.
Do you
Willie-
have brothers and sisters?
Got one sister.
What
Yeah,
does she,
but you
what does she
had-
think? What does your sister think? Does she know her brother's Roll Tide Willie?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. She
But you've had.
Does she like it?
No, she don't like it.
But you've had. How many brothers and sisters did you have before they passed away?
I had 2 brothers and
Took
but
a
it was
minute.
6 of us all together.
Yeah, there you go. 6.
3,
7.
It was 3 girls and 3 boys.
There you go. 6-0.
And you have one sister?
Left.
Got left.
And she does not like Roll Tide Willie, the character?
She don't like it?
They don't really, you know,
They don't-
really bond very well.
okay.
They had never bonded before.
okay.
Roll Tide Willie,
Man,
they
they
never
really get
bond
together
very
now.
well.
Okay.
We don't J-House too good.
Yeah.
So
They-
there's nobody that's come from your family been like, oh, now you're famous. Now
Oh
all of a
yeah,
sudden-"
yeah. There has.
Oh, there are?
Well, they're not really coming out, you know, wanting anything or anything like that. I wouldn't say that because a lot of people they sit over here and you know people talk all the time. They DM me all the time.
Yeah.
I run all the social media, and I just pretend to be him. I just
But
answer
you
the
know, I
questions.
still love my sister. don't I?
Right. Yeah. He still gets along with his sister, but they just don't see eye to eye all the time. You know what I
Gotcha.
mean?
Yep.
It's one of those type deals. And
I'm always interested in how family handles these kind of things where it's like
Yeah.
a nobody in Alabama,
he hangs.
boom, like within a year or two,
Yeah.
you vault to where my son
Yeah.
is a freshman at a Memphis high school and him and all of his friends.
Oh yeah.
The second I say Roll Tide Willie's coming in, they're like, oh my God.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Somebody text me and say, can you FaceTime me when Willie comes to the studio?
Huh?
I love
And-
them too.
And look, and it's one of those type deals. Everywhere we go, like I say, people come up to me and they're like, "Sir, do you mind taking our picture?" And I'm sitting there going, "That's what I do for a living. Is I take pictures and videos of
Yep.
Willie." You know, they have no idea who I am, and that's fine. But you know, they hear me speak and they're like, "Dude, you're the one that does the videos." I'm like,
Amazing.
"Yeah, that's right." So, and I'm sitting here going, "I'm also the one that you've been talking to this whole time." I told Willie, you know, all the bills that Willie's got through social media, I've been able to take over and pay for and stuff like that, and help him out and everything that's come up. But I told Willie what's always funny is he got over here and I was like, Willie, you need to at least, you know, have like a burner account. You know, go in here and, you know, download Snapchat and I pay his phone bill. So I said, go in here and download Snapchat and, or not really Snapchat, but Instagram and TikTok and, you know, do stuff like that. And that way you can get on there and read some of the comments and see how it's interacting and stuff. Willie looked over there at me and he said, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not paying for any of that. And I said, it's all free. I said, if it was, if he
Old
did.
school, man.
But he's old school. He's one of those type, man.
Hey, Willie,
let's-
back
he
to
set
the
in
beer
his
thing.
ways.
You mentioned beer. We have a Sky Dog. I want you to, before you leave, I want to give you a Sky Dog so you can put that in rotation.
We will.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Scott
yeah.
Dog
Yeah.
in
Hey,
rotation.
hey, last two things. Roll Tide Willie's not the best. I don't want you to rank the best. Your favorite Alabama players. Your 5 most favorite Alabama players in your lifetime.
Ain't so many as Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry.
Okay.
Yep.
You don't have to stick to this list forever.
Yeah. Just give me a quick 5.
Mark Ingram.
Okay.
Do Nick Saban era. How about that?
Okay. Henry,
that is-
Ingram.
Yeah. Derrick Henry, Mark Ingram, 3 more.
And Julio Jones.
Julio.
Shout out to
And if you want
Julio.
to go out of Nick Saban, you can.
No, I ain't going out with Nick. Nick got him, baby.
He did.
And
I know one you're leaving out that you always like. The left-handed assassin is what we used to call him.
Tua Tagovailoa.
Okay, let's go.
You gotta love it. Tua.
Gotta have two.
All right, so we got Tua, Julio, Mark Ingram, Derrick Henry. You get one more.
Yeah, one more. One more.
Mark Jones.
Mac Jones.
Mac
I
Jones.
knew. I was going to say I knew you weren't going to leave out Mac Jones now. And look, like you said, there's so many. Alabama has so many players that play in the NFL or whatever.
it's crazy.
That you forget that they came through. Just like some people only come through for a year.
Yeah.
And-
You know.
And my favorite one now is my wide receiver.
Ryan Williams.
Oh, Ryan Williams, a 17-year-old.
Hollywood!
All right, last thing before we get out of here, we got to get you to give us you don't give a piss about anything except the Memphis Grizzlies.
Yeah, I need that. I need that.
We
Memphis
need
Grizzlies.
that. We need that.
Go ahead and give it to him, Willie.
We don't give a piss about nothing but the Memphis Grizzlies.
Let's go.
We're gonna bury the
Let's go.
Mavs tonight.
Right.
We're gonna bury them.
All right.
We're gonna bury them.
They gonna roll all over.
Yeah, we're not losing in front of Roll Tide Willie.
ain't
chance.
gonna do it, 'cause
All
I'm gonna
day
be
long,
watching
baby.
the game.
Yeah.
Crank a sky dog.
No chance.
Let's go, Willie.
There's no chance. Thank you for coming in, guys.